So it has come to my attention that a lot of people generally speak to me and they say, hey, I never knew you had a hair transplant. But the reality is that I really did, and I didn't have not just one, but two. I was pretty much at a very high-end severe hair loss stage, and today I was thinking I should just reiterate the fact that I used to be bald at some point. A lot of people in my comments, and especially new people who have joined my community on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, everyone still says, how were you bald? You have such nice hair. So today, I'm going to go through exactly what I went through, because I feel like my story, although it happened a couple of years ago, it's still relevant today, especially to a lot of people who just are trying to figure out what to do prior to getting a hair transplant. So this video might not be for everyone, but at the same time, it could be for someone who is possibly losing hair or even thinking about getting a hair transplant. So if you are one of those people, definitely consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel, because I got a lot more in store for you guys. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Amit. If you don't already know, I got not one but two hair transplants done in Istanbul, Turkey. I got 6,000 grafts extracted from my donor area and placed onto my hairline and mid-scalp for the first time, and I went back for a second time to get the crown done of about 4,000 grafts. The truth is that I did used to be really bald back in the day. Basically my hairline, my mid-scalp, they were all gone. It was very frustrating and very disheartening back in the day. And honestly, when I discovered that this all can be solved with the hair transplant, I decided to take that plunge. Now, don't get me wrong, it took me a long time to get there though. I waited at least 8 months of doing my own intensive research, figuring out which clinics to go to, is Turkey even safe? But eventually I took the plunge and I did it. But one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that what a hair transplant actually gives you. I've seen a lot of posts online of people who are promoting having a shaved head or being bald. That's completely fine. That's totally your prerogative. But some people look better with hair, and there's nothing wrong with that. So when I took my journey to going all the way to Istanbul, Turkey, it was quite a crazy one. You know, never in my life did I imagine that I'd travel all the way to a place like Turkey, a place that I'd never been before, to get a hair transplant. And I knew that what was to come was not going to be fun, because I had such anxiety about losing my hair. And every single time someone asked me about it, I just would not talk about it. One of the big things before I got my hair transplant was getting fibers done on my head, and for the most part that was fine, but ultimately it was so annoying because every single night I'd have to wash my head afterwards, or there'd be powder all over my pillow, and it was just a mess, and I hated that. But eventually I got over it and I said, hey, if I'm going to do something, I have to do something that's more permanent, and a hair transplant was that. So then I took that plunge. I went and got it done. Now the catch was that going to Turkey, I thought it was a one and done situation. I went there and the clinic told me that we're only going to do it once for you. You got to come back a second time. And that's when I was like, what the? It was not a cool thing for me to experience, especially when I knew that I didn't want to get it done twice. But honestly, getting it done twice was the best thing ever. And I'll explain later why. But during the first transplant, after I got it done, after I learned basically how to wash my head, how to sleep, all through the clinic, I went back and now I had to do everything myself. That was not easy. But if you think you have anxiety about losing hair, the anxiety levels after that are unmatched, because you have to go through the entire recovery phase. It's not easy. But that's one of the reasons why I documented my entire journey here on YouTube, so that people can see exactly what that process looks like month to month, and everything that you might miss. For example, how to sleep or how to wash your hair even after a hair transplant. So that's why my videos are hopefully there to help somebody out there who's going through the same thing as what I did. There's a bee there. I'm not gonna sit there. Such a perfect spot to film. Damn it. All right, round two. We're trying again. Okay, so basically, the first time I got a hair transplant. Nope. Bee is still here. Jesus Christ. Sorry about that. The bee really distracted me, but I ended up finding a pub afterwards. There you go. Perfect. Thanks, Ed. Thanks. I'm trying to film a vlog for my YouTube, so I'm just showing like... Cheers. Cheers, thanks guys. Beer break. So yeah, despite going all the way there again and making sure my crown was filled, because I'm also somebody who doesn't like to finish something halfway, I really wanted to finish all of it. Going back again, and this time for 4,000 grafts, I definitely had the worry that, my donor area might be depleted or might be over harvested. Thankfully, the doctor said that I had exceptionally good donor hair, so up till today, it's been completely fine. If you can see it here. Looking back on it, I realized that a lot of people are always worried that, oh my god, you're going to take out so many grafts, you're going to be so exposed on the sides. I tell people, as long as you keep your hair long on the sides, you're going to be okay. If you keep it super short, on the other hand, you might start seeing some scarring and unwanted patchiness. It's at the end of the day, it's a hair transplant. They're removing hairs from the sides and placing it at the top. So you're going to naturally may have some sort of discrepancies no matter what you do. There are ways to obviously counter that, like going for SMP and filling in those gaps. But again, if you're fine, and honestly, nobody does notice anything patchy on your scalp except for you. Look, at the end of the day, it's about what you want as well. If you want to go for a hair transplant, you 100% should. Don't let anyone make you think otherwise. But obviously understand what it comes with. So a hair transplant isn't just a hair transplant. Yes, you get your result after a year, but you have to think about what comes after. I've worked so hard in trying to help so many people out there to make sure they get the best results possible. Especially in my consultations, I give my clients a full list of the products that I personally used back in the day for my hair and to get that maximum result, as well as give them the top things that actually work. I tell everybody, and I advertise this very coherently, is Minoxidil and finasteride are two of the most key things that will 100% work for you as long as you're consistent. Now, there are obviously some caveats with finasteride, but knowing what I know of Minoxidil, that is guaranteed to work to accelerate the growth to add more density. That's one of the main reasons why I created Postgrafts, my own personal brand that helps people in situations after a hair transplant, or even if you're dealing with hair loss. I've made a Minoxidil that will actually work for people to help regrow their hair. There's been so much promising growth with the product, and a lot of people are getting great feedback. The hair is starting to grow more and more. So I would highly recommend, if you're someone who's looking to get Minoxidil even after a hair transplant or even before, consider getting that product because it will 100% help you in the long run as long as you're consistent with it. Generally, it takes 3 to 6 months to really see results. It's the only medical grade product out there that's proven to work. So that's exactly what I wanted to do anyway. Create products that are guaranteed to work for people so that they know that they're going to get that result. I'll leave a link in the description below if you're curious to pick it up. Now, although I've kind of told you the whole story about my hair transplant and how I got it, what came of it, and what it actually meant for me, it's changed my life completely. I thought my life was heading in a certain direction, but it's taken such a weird turn to go in another place. I've built back my own confidence. I'm able to be on camera. I used to be so shy about that stuff. I built a business from the ground up because I believed in it. I believed in helping people, and this was one of the things that I really wanted to do. I am a creative person. I work in a creative field, but being on YouTube has been such a great outlet for me, and I'm so happy to be part of this community, specifically to do with hair, because I know exactly what I went through, and hopefully I'm helping somebody out there. Life takes some unexpected turns, but one thing for sure is that a hair transplant can help you in the long run. But even if it doesn't, don't believe for a second that that's all you need in life. Confidence is one thing, but also giving it to yourself is another. Don't worry about your hair all the time. There are definitely ways to fix it, but if you can't for some reason, that's okay. It's completely fine. I'm just a guy on the internet talking about my hair, trying to help people out there as well. And if you're someone who needs help, I have a consultation that you can have a conversation with me as well. I've helped so many people in the past, and I'm here to help you if you need it. There's a link in the description below. We can talk about your hair, talk about anything really. We can even be friends. I'm happy with that as well. So definitely check that out. Book some time with me if you want to have that conversation. All right, well, I feel like I've poured my heart out in this whole video. I've really enjoyed walking around town and just having a conversation with you guys. Really, whatever I've built today is solely because of you guys and all the support that you guys have given me. I would not be here without it, and I'm extremely, extremely grateful, and I don't take that for granted for once. So thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.